Hey folks, the second one today. We're going to open up with um, What the Fuck Is He Smoking Joe? Listen to this one. Don't get me wrong, Joe should be smoking shit at this point because his brain's shot anyway. He's addressing servicemen. Servicemen. Trained people with weapons and skills is how he addresses them.
One, I married Jill, and two, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that. Just clap for that, you stupid bastard.
Clap for that, you stupid bastards. Who the fuck is he thinking? Oh my god. I don't know. Maybe he was putting his tough guy face on. Or, he was going for the stolen valor kind of moment. Far left journalist Jeffrey Goldberg posted a ridiculous hit piece on President Trump on Thursday in The Atlantic. The BS hit piece comes as President Trump continues to surge in the polls following the RNC convention and continued leftist riots across the country. Yeah, because like I said in the last video, if you took all the Trump supporters and you gave them the COVID and it was as deadly as they said it was and it killed them all, the country would fucking implode. There's nobody to go to work and do this shit. Nobody will grow your food. Nobody could grow the coffee beans that the baristas on the left could fucking serve you with their soy, maca, frappa, whatever the fuck. This was an ugly piece. One attack on President Trump for not attending a World War ceremony in France was debunked years ago, by the White House. But Goldberg decided to run the smear anyway. The report was thoroughly debunked by White House officials, including disgruntled former NSA National Security Advisor John Bolton. But this hasn't stopped Biden from using the debunked report on President Trump and his support for the troops. Now there's a video from 2016 of Joe Biden actually calling the troops, "You stupid bastards," to their face during a speech. So obviously back in 2016, Joe wasn't as sharp as a good piece of cheddar, let alone mozzarella. Good news, GOP to challenge Pennsylvania's mail-in voting rules in the Supreme Court, as well they should. You know why we have mail-in ballots, folks? You know where they're printing 80 million and mass blanketing the country in these things is for election fraud. And if you watched my video from last week, I told you what the game plan is. It's relatively simple. Produce more votes than voters. Invalidate the election. Once the election is invalidated, then Trump has to play the 12th Amendment card, and the 12th Amendment card says Trump needs 26 states. The House votes. Each state gets one vote, called en bloc, ENBLOC. Trump needs 26, a simple majority out of 50, to retain the presidency. Soon as that happens, because Hillary had 15 states, and there were people who thought Hillary was a good choice, nobody's thinking that stupid bastard is. Then they go to the Supreme Court and say, well, we want to challenge this, and until this is decided, Trump needs to be gone, and that's why Trump's not allowed to appoint another Supreme Court justice, because if it's a 4-4 split, now, theoretically, it should be an 8-0 ruling since it's in the goddamn Constitution. But, Clinton, Obama, Bush put activist judges in. not actual contextual justices. So you get what you get. Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruled on several issues to ensure a Democrat Party win in November. The rulings from last week include, that's the state Supreme Court. The Green Party candidate was struck from the ballot. Why? Ballots will be accepted up to 3 days after the election until November 9th. That's 6 days, not 3. I didn't write this piece. This piece comes out of Gateway Pundit. At least that's whose I got it from. Poll workers must serve voters in the county where they live. This protects far-left districts where fraud is most likely to occur. True. If ballots are accepted until November 6th, thank you, it is clear now that Pennsylvania will not have the numbers in at least until November 9th, a Monday. The weekend ploy, allowing the Democrats to do anything to win. Yeah, we know that already. On Friday, Republicans announced that they are asking the U.S. Supreme Court to review this power grab by Democrats in Pennsylvania. Well, fucking good on you, and congratulations, folks. Hope it works. As long as we're on that, we did the Prius guy. We'll save that one. More election fraud. I knew I had more of these. Democrat officials in Massachusetts destroy over 1 million ballots from the Senate primary. Former U.S. Senate candidate Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, I don't know, it's in Southeast Asian Indian name, and those things will fracture your tongue unless you're well versed in them, and I am not. I've had patience with those names, and they're like, dude, just call me Sanjay. Sanjay, come on with me. Let's go take some pictures. The inventor of email accused Massachusetts officials of illegally destroying over 1 million ballots in a U.S. Senate primary race. Now, I listened to this guy. Sticks had him on. A couple other guys had him on. Fuck sharp cookie, man. He invented email at 14. The guy doesn't need the money. He's got money out the ass. This is election fraud. In fact, a Massachusetts election attorney confirmed to Dr. Shiva that ballot images used for counting votes must be saved by federal law for 22 months are nowhere to be found. And that right there, my friends, should invalidate the election and should cause them. I have another one. Exclusive. California man finds thousands of what appear to be unopened ballots in garbage dumpster. Workers quickly trying to cover them up. We are working to verify. Last night we received these photos from a reader in California. They appear to show hundreds of allegedly unopened ballots in a garbage dumpster in California. We are working to verify. But if true, big if true. This is an exclusive from a Gateway Pundit reader in Cali. Hey, Gateway Pundit. I thought you might find this interesting. My dad found thousands of unopened ballots at the garbage dump in Petaluma, California, north of San Francisco. I bet if you dig a few of those out, we can guess whose they might be, too. And in the picture, literally somebody just... There are literally thousands. Ugh. My dad was throwing away some trash and saw them, so he took some pictures. He told a lady who worked at the dump about it, and she claimed that the county dumped them there. After my dad drove back around and saw the workers in the bin covering up the ballots with cardboard. And there's the pictures. And there's the woman with her hand over her face coming over saying, you need to leave, you can't be here. There is no voter fraud, folks. I don't know what you people are thinking. Why would the Democrats, with such a strong candidate, such a positive message, so much Americana in their base, Why would they do something so un-American as try to cheat and steal? Yeah, I'm sorry. The fact that I said that with a straight face means I might start playing poker again. Oh, Jesus, folks, if we were just allowed to fucking take out the trash like they do with the ballots. New poll finds public support for racial justice protests is dropping significantly. I can't figure out why, if you can't sit down, have a beer or a glass of wine with your old lady in an outdoor cafe because the Rona. Without these idiots coming up and causing all kinds of shit. Just saying. I don't see any save the mosquitoes fucking parties out there. Well, at least mosquitoes have a purpose. Update. Democrat lawmaker Attica Scott, the author of Breonna's Law. Rand Paul put it out there. No knock warrants are a bad thing and a bad idea. Breonna's Law. And she's the author of it. And her daughter arrested for rioting in the streets and breaking curfew. What? But she's a lawmaker, sir. She's untouchable. She is one of your betters. Oh, what's even better is it's a picture of a library. A public library. And some moron threw a fucking road flare in there. A building full of books. Moron is particularly bright. It did land on the carpet, though, and since carpets are basically fire retardant anymore, if it did catch, that thing would go. But it didn't. But Louisville Black Lives Matter rioters have smashed the windows in the public library and thrown a flare inside in a clear arson attempt. Unsurprisingly, not a single book was looted by the heathens. But first you have to know how to read. So there is that. According to police scanner, there's a fire at the library, but it is currently unclear if they meant the flare or it is ignited. It didn't ignite. The flare's still burning there. The guy's still. The incident took place approximately 15 minutes after the 9 o'clock curfew went into effect. Louisville police later arrested several rioters at the local Unitarian church. Police later identified one suspect as Democrat Representative Attica Scott, who was the author of Breonna's Law. She was out rioting with her daughter. This is the modern-day Democrat Party. She should automatically, like this, be removed from office. But I don't give a fuck what color she is. She took an oath. She took an oath to obey the Constitution. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say, well, I'm allowed to do this because my feelings are hurt and I'm a strong woman of color and Breonna Taylor did nothing wrong, even though we know that she was fired from her EMT job. They have tape of her discussing drug running and money laundering with her fucking shitbag boyfriend in prison when he was doing a stretch. And she wasn't sleeping in her bed when they shot her after Dickhead shot the cop in the leg to begin with. Allegedly. Remove her from office right now. Slap her with child endangerment. I don't give a fuck how old her kid is. As long as her kid's under 18, child endangerment. Slap her with that. Remove her pension. Remove everything. Everything from her. Because the First Amendment is peacefully protesting. That does not mean arson. Bye-bye, shitbag. Sarah Palin tells Senator Lisa Murkowski to do the right thing. Palin says, Lisa, I can see 2022 from my house. Go for it. Well, I don't know why the fuck she would want to be the senator from Alaska. She was governor of Alaska. She might want to be senator. Former Alaska Republican governor Sarah Palin, who was also John McCain's vice president pick in 2008, sent a message to Alaska Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski to do what the majority of Americans want Murkowski to do. Sarah Palin put together a short video where she tells Alaska Senator Murkowski to get it together and get it right. Palin shares, you better backtrack. You put yourself in this box, and no matter who it is, you're not going to support the person. Not until you have a chance to appoint a judicial nominee under another president instead of this one. You're hoping what? That this president doesn't win? Otherwise, you'd be cooperating with this president. Really. What is cooperating with the majority of Americans who know that it's now or never for America? So much hinges on the Supreme Court, you know. You know the reason. You know why it's so important and why you're thinking of going rogue. Now, there's a time and a place to go rogue. This is not the time, and this is not the place. And that is Sarah Palin, and she is correct, even if she can see Russia from her house. Ron Paul hospitalized as a precaution. Ron Paul appears to suffer a stroke on live TV. Dude's up there. I like Ron Paul. I think he's a fucking wonderful guy. He was the person who pretty much convinced me that you don't have to be a Republican or a Democrat. You can pull your head out of your ass and be something else. That was the guy. I did see a picture of him in the hospital, in the bed, in a gown. He's waving, say, hey, I'm okay. So let's hope he's okay. I like Ron Paul. He's a good, solid guy. I like his kid. Chris Christie once threatened to sit on Mike Bloomberg. Why not? Not to be outdone, though. Jerry Nadler is standing on the stage listening to Nancy Pelosi's bullshit, and not to be outdone, he decides to crap his pants and walk off stage. So, take it for what it's worth. I am 100% positive that Chris Christie shits bigger than Mike Bloomberg every day, but Nadler had to one-up him, man. Alrighty, folks. Thanks for stopping by. If you get a chance, you can always go to Ron Paul's Twitter page and wish him well. I did. He's a really good, solid man. He gives a shit, unlike most of the politicians in this country. And then he was smart enough to get the fuck out before he died, unlike Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. All right. Catch you on the next one, man. Thanks for stopping by. Folks, have a nice weekend. Adios.